Hello, how are you? I'm better today. Thank gosh. I am so much better. Last night, let me back you up a little bit. So last night, when I laid down, I said out loud, just to be sure that they heard me, I said, please let me have a restful sleep tonight. Please assist me in not having anxiety like I've had the last few days. It's been overwhelming. Please stop letting me get dizzy. Please, I have a list. Please help my legs and the swelling go down. And from this, I think I said from this day forward, let things be good or something. I can't remember. I thanked them and I said, and I know all of you hear me. I know you hear me. There's no doubt whatsoever. I did wake up and I wasn't that cold at all. I started my car and let it warm up, and I had a good night's sleep last night. Although I kept waking up every 2 hours, turning my heating pad on. That one, as I said before, goes like 30% down. So I have 70% left on my Jackery. I need to do a video about Jackery. Today, I thought I was going to be very productive. I still have time. I was thinking, okay, I need to go to my storage, put more things in it. I need to clean out my car. That's my jacket. It's all fluffed up. But when I woke up, I folded my blankets. I put everything nice and neat. You can't see it. I'm sorry. My back seat actually looks nice today. And then I go inside where I work, and let me see. I got some powdered donuts again. And I think I ate 2 or 3. That was it. I went to 7 Brew and got coffee. And I got this coffee that I've really liked. It's the iced blondie, sugar-free. I get it in my car and such, and I'm chugging it because it's so good. I didn't have that much, but I drank maybe 1/4 of it. Not even half. Sometimes, not all the time. This is going to be TMI for many, many people. Sometimes, but not all the time, coffee will make me go to the bathroom. And I'm not talking about urinating. And what happens is I'll cramp. And that first cramp is warning me. And then I know from that point, get to a bathroom fast. And so lucky me, I was by Neighborhood Market. And I go in there and I'm thinking, well, I have to shop. So I might as well just go to the bathroom here. And then when I'm done, get things that I need. So I go in the bathroom, and now by the time I parked and went in there, I had 1 or 2 more cramps. It was pretty bad. And I'm sitting there thinking, thank you for letting me be really near a bathroom. It's still going to be TMI, bear with me. So I go in there and I sit on the toilet, and more cramps come and more intense. I am leaned over, rocking back and forth in pain because it's getting intense. And I sat and thought, I don't remember it ever being this excruciating. And I keep rocking back and forth, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm breaking out in this sweat. And I did a little bit of you know what, and the cramps are still coming. I'm just rocking, and people are coming in and out, and I'm like, oh my God. And I was in the handicap stall because when I went in, that was the only one available. And the door is open that much. A little kid was watching me. I'll just say that. The little kid was waiting for its mom in the next stall over, and they were doing this, looking in the door. At that point, I did not care at all. I'm still rocking, and I did a little bit more of my business, not much. Cramping is not stopping. And so I'm sweating more. I'm rocking back and forth and like, oh my gosh, come on. And usually when I'm in the bathroom, it comes and goes like that. It comes like a freight train and then it's over. I'm done. No more cramps, nothing. And I can have more coffee and still nothing. But anyway, I'm still rocking. I was in there a good amount of time. So more cramps come. I did a little bit more. And I mean, it's coming in tiny bits, and usually that's not what happens. I've noticed that my legs are falling asleep at this point. And so I'm trying to scoot back as far as I can on the toilet to maybe help them wake up. I don't think it helped. So I'm doing more of my business and more cramping, rocking back and forth. This goes on, I can almost bet you almost 30 minutes. And so finally, I'm like, okay, I think I'm good now. So I did the paperwork, if you get my drift, and I go to stand up, my left foot bends, and my whole left leg gave out. I'm starting to go down. I'm sitting there thinking, oh shit, oh my God. Thank goodness I was in the handicap stall, because the last thing I grabbed while I was going down was the bar they have in there by the toilet that you grab, either lift yourself up or help yourself down, whatever. And as I'm grabbing it, I realized I am like this. And how I got myself back up and on the toilet, I have no idea, because I am not that strong. But I think the adrenaline kicked in. I did want my face smashed. And while I'm coming back up, I looked down my foot and it's rolled. And it's the foot I had my Achilles tendon surgery on. It hurt, but I know it didn't hurt it. It hurt rolling like that. And my knee was bent. This is the leg I had surgery on. And I'm sitting there thinking, thank God I caught myself. So I sit back down to get my bearings, and I'm like, I've got to sit here until my leg wakes up. And so I realized as I'm sitting there, I'm fixing to pass out. I'm fixing to pass out. And I sat there breathing deep in and out, and I'm trying to go with it. I got my forehead on those handicap bars because they're metal and cold. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, come on, snap out of it. And then I did paperwork again, just in case. And then I pull myself up and I'm holding that bar for dear life. And I realize that my foot is still asleep, but I'm not letting go of that bar. So I'm standing there and I almost pass out again. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What is going on? And I don't normally just pass out for no reason. So I'm doing the breathing thing again. I'm holding on. My toilet is flushing by itself. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm doing the breathing again. Just, in and out, in and out. And finally it subsided and my leg woke up. So I'm sweating, mind you. I'm sweating pretty good too. And I had makeup on my sleeve. I don't know where it went, but I was dabbing my face and forehead because it was sweaty. And finally it stopped. So if I get out of there, got my cart, and I'm trying to walk around, and all of a sudden the feeling of passing out tried to come to me again. I grabbed that cart. I'm like, I do not want people to see me go through this. So I stopped and I pretended like I was looking for something, and I'm breathing in and out slow, in and out. And finally it subsided, and that was the last thing. Here's something else that happened to me in that store. I was going down one of the aisles. I think I was going to get coffee. The coffee you make your own, mind you. I will never get coffee like that again. But anyway, I'm walking and I see this woman coming toward me. She was coming down this way. I was going that way. It was my mother. The woman who abused me as a kid and let all of her men abuse me extensively. I look at her. I'm just staring at her thinking, oh my God, why are you here at the same time I am? I didn't smile or anything, and she didn't recognize me at first. And she barely smiled, like you know how you look at somebody and you greet them, you kind of smile, She did that, then all of a sudden, she made the most disgusting face and walked on, which didn't bother me. But I will say, I guess to an extent it did bother me, because that was a flashback of how she always would look at me. Especially if I looked good. Meaning, my hair was long at one time and I had lost all this weight and all, and she would just put me down. Your hair's so flat. It's so flat. She would do that in public and then she'd point at me. But no matter what I did, I was always nice to her. I wanted a good mom. I hoped at some point I'd have a good mom, never did, but I always disgusted her. Anyway, I proceeded and walked around, and I thought, well, I'm glad that's over with. I hope she avoids me. I was going down another aisle, and something told me, look behind you, and I did, and there she was. I don't think she realized that was me in front of her. So I proceeded and went on. Then I was leaving. I saw her in the pharmacy line, and I left. I don't know which one was traumatic, the bathroom episode or seeing my mom. So I'm sorry about this video being TMI, but I figured that you would enjoy this, my little story of craziness today. Nothing about, you know, my living in my car. I got a couple of things from Amazon. Oh, I will show you. This is a bag for, like, you put your boxed bar of soap in, your shampoo in, maybe even your facial cleaners. It's got this, and that comes down. I don't have enough room, but it's like three types of things. There's another one, and then that one, and then this actually comes up where you can use the back, and you can put your toothpaste, a toothbrush in there too. I got this not too long ago, and it said it was delivered at you will see my address in my description, whatever, down below. But it's not a home address. It's a UPS box that I can use as a home address. But I got an alert saying my delivery was delivered. It was dropped off at the front desk to a woman. I go there, didn't get it. And they said they had no delivery whatsoever. And I'm like, are you serious? I showed them my Amazon status that said what I just told you. Couldn't find nothing, so I got in contact with Amazon, told them my package said delivered, but it was never delivered. Well, they said they would refund me. I'm like, okay. I didn't get the refund. They resent it to me. And which I'm not complaining. It's what I wanted anyway. So I'm having a good day, actually. I just want to recline and take it easy. I was supposed to go to Lanita's today. She wanted me to come over for dinner and play games. I really feel bad turning her down today. I was looking forward to it. I love playing games. I really, really do. But after yesterday, going through that mental anxiety and such, and going through it for several days, I just needed a quiet, alone time. When I'm alone and it's quiet, I heal. It's like my mind works continuously on these situations, and I talk to my guides in my mind, and I'm like, you know, can you guide me out of this situation? Can you help me? Is there anything that I can do? If there is, help me get there. And I'm talking like that, and I'm trying to calm myself. I do calm things. I do things that I enjoy. I felt like I just needed that today. But I do feel really guilty about canceling with her. We're always trying to get together, but always one of us cancels. And Lanita, I know you're watching this, and I am so sorry. I really am. I'm just trying to get in a better frame of mind. I actually did sleep better last night, in which I asked for, and they helped me. Keep that in mind. You keep asking your guides. I'll say this once more, and I will say it often. Your guides guide you. They guide you, like, as in there is a issue. You're driving. There's an issue somewhere where you're driving to, and if I got there, I would be seriously, maybe even gravely injured. But my guides are like, no, not today. And you know how you drive around in La La Land and you miss your turn? And you're like, what in the world? What was I thinking? That's a part of it. Your guides are saying, no, we're going to go this way instead. That's what happens. But they guide you like that. They can put things in front of us as in, well, if she did this, that wouldn't be in her path. But this over here will be in her path. So we're going to guide her in that direction. They will not put you there and say, okay, here it is, do it. they guide you. They guide you there, and you have to think of this situation on your own, which is in your contract. But my point to all of this is your guides are always floating around you. You have armies of guides, but you don't have armies of guides with you all the time. Some come and go. They switch out randomly. Some are there to help you in your artwork, your singing, things like that. But you do have a few main guides that are always with you. You even have a guardian, one that protects you. Mine is Zeke, my soulmate. My hybrid father is my Arcturian main guide. But back on track. I always get off track. So anyway, they're just hanging out, talking to each other. There's other souls that come and go and talk to them also. I've witnessed that. But they're just like twiddling their thumbs, bored to death. Especially if you're sitting like I am doing nothing. They're just like, really? Not really, but still it's boring. They're waiting for you to talk to them. They're waiting for you to say, hey, can you help me? I give you permission to help me become more in my path, more than I should be. I am ready to go at this 100%. I want my life to change like this. Help me, guide me, push me. I don't care what you do, but I give you permission to do it. And believe me, they're like, oh, you know what I mean? They get excited and they're working, but they can't do it unless you give them permission. They cannot interfere. That's a part of a law, a universal law. They cannot interfere, and we have free will. And I'm going to say something about this free will. We have free will in every single aspect that exists. Every single aspect. Whatever you do is free will. If you want to chop your hair off, it's free will. If you want to go jogging, that's free will. There are certain things in the free will that you can't do. And that's unaliving people, things like that. That's not supposed to be free will. It is, and you still can do it, but you're going to be in the karma loop, and you got to come back and straighten that out. You can't do that. That's a part of karma. So you have free will in everything. And I'm going to leave it at that, because there's some that people, I mentioned to people, and they're like, they either say, no, that's not right, or it freaks them out. So I'm not going to say that, because you have free will. You can believe what you want, what you hear, and you're going to say, no, that's not right, or yes, but that scares me to think about it. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm sure you'll come up with your own conclusions. Our lesson in being here, one of many, is we can do anything we want here. Anything. What we do and how we do it is what matters. Is it good or bad? So everything you do, you have to ask yourself, is this good or is this bad? Because if it's bad, I don't want to do it, because when I reincarnate, and I will have to, if I do the bad, I will have to live my shitty life, if you had one, all over again. Go through all of that abuse you went through, and go through all this men or women beating on me, and then get back to this point to where I messed up. Am I going to handle it good or bad? That is the lesson. Everything you do in this life is a lesson. You're gaining weight, how you do it is a lesson. Losing weight, how you do that is a lesson. Like, some are diseases, like anorexia, but some people do it because they feel like it would make them more beautiful. That's not anorexia. That is desperate. And I'm not saying that to put anybody down. I've actually thought about that myself when I was younger. I was 130 pounds then and just had my second child, and I thought about making myself throw up to lose weight, but I didn't, because that can jack you up bad. But again, I'm not putting anybody down. I'm not judging anybody. That's not who I am. And I'm going to leave it at that. But just remember, everything you do, every single thing you do, how you treat your kids, how you treat your parents, the things that you do in your life, how you handle every situation is a lesson. And how you do it and how you come out of it is what you are supposed to do, free will wise, I guess. This one is going to be a long video, and that excites me. I always like having something to talk about. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about my bathroom issue. Let me know if you liked it or you didn't like it. And let me know if it's TMI or not, because I know it is. But I would like your opinion in that too. But I hope you enjoyed it and it was funny, because it was a mess. At the time it wasn't funny, but now looking back, I'm like, oh my God, that was pure hell. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. I love you guys tremendously, very, very much. I love you in a way that you've never been loved before, because I know what that love feels like. And I'm going to send you all love, light, and peace. Bye.